With over 60 operators available to its ever-growing roster, Rainbow Six Siege is an FPS that encourages a wide range of playstyles. Support-oriented players, for instance, may find satisfaction in using shield operators as they safeguard teammates and relay crucial intel like enemy positions and trap placements. Unfortunately, shields have long been a source of scrutiny among the Siege community. While shield operators do suffer from balancing issues, they're also misunderstood. Learning each one's mechanics and how to counter them can be extremely useful to both shield users and their opposition. Welcome back to Game Rant, where today we're ranking all the shield operators in Rainbow Six Siege. Coming in at number 6 is Fuse. This operator is the most basic when it comes to wielding a shield. He has a standard ballistic shield and very underwhelming secondary weapons. However, his APM-6 cluster charges are excellent for flushing out defenders and eliminating their gadgets. It's exactly what a player wants from a shield operator, but without the dedicated shield-based ability. This tends to significantly limit his usage. Fuse is among the loudest, slowest, and most situational operators in Rainbow Six Siege, relying heavily on his teammates to protect him as he stomps across the map. In many cases, he can be a serious liability to his team by attracting enemy roamers. Given that Fuse has access to the AK-12 assault rifle, one of the strongest weapons in Siege statistically, choosing the ballistic shield for him really doesn't make sense. While not a bad operator overall, there are much better options for shield users to play. Our next operator is Blackbeard. Blackbeard has always been met with harsh criticism. His rifle shield was first introduced boasting 800 health and has since been subjected to countless nerfs. Unlike the traditional shield operators, Blackbeard's shield only protects his head and upper torso from enemy gunfire, but it also lets him fight back. The MK16, CQG, and the SR25 are incredible weapons, silencing targets swiftly during mid to long-range engagements. As such, he's best holding angles on defender-controlled rooms to challenge anchors, like Echo, being that he's almost immune to headshots. At number 4, we have Blitz. Blitz offers the most aggressive approach for players looking to rush into the building. Like Fuse, Blitz is armed with a ballistic shield and handgun for close-range combat, but the shield is also his ability. Using 24 flashbang grenades inside his shield, one button press will temporarily blind defenders, presenting an opportunity to attack. He has 4 flashes available with a relatively short cooldown time, but it's not always obvious whether an opponent has been blinded or not. On the bright side, Blitz is the only operator who can sprint with a full-size shield held forward, protecting himself from incoming gunfire while rushing. While he is an excellent choice for one-on-one encounters, facing 2 or more defenders can be tricky given his flash shield's short range. It's best to pursue stray roamers instead, like Pulse, allowing teammates to move in safely. However, Blitz is not recommended for new players as he requires extensive map knowledge and experience rushing. Up next, we have Montaigne. Montaigne, meaning mountain in French, is the perfect name for this heavily armored operator. He carries a massive, collapsible shield protecting his entire body from both direct gunfire and peripheral flanks. When collapsed, his shield offers similar protection to Fuse and Blitz's ballistic shields, and allows the use of a handgun. The GIGN's LFP-586 revolver, for instance, is a hard-hitting weapon for accurate players, holding 6 deadly rounds within its revolving cylinder. The best use for Montaigne isn't fighting, however. It's encroaching on enemy territory to distract the defenders so that teammates can take them out. One great way to use Montaigne is to plant the bomb. Since he can use smoke grenades, he can mask himself as he plants the diffuser, then linger nearby to stop any approaching defenders. While less lethal than other shield operators, he provides a significant tactical advantage using his impenetrable shield, which, when extended, can't be displaced by bullets or melee attacks, but only explosives. Coming in at number 2 is Osa. Osa is a Croatian operator who, alongside Blackbeard, is among the few hybrid shield operators in Siege, using her Talon 8 transparent shield for both mobile cover and fixed cover, similar to a deployable shield. In combination with either the 5.56 XI assault rifle or PDW-9 submachine gun, she proves herself as a candid threat to defenders, since she is able to observe her targets before peeking out of cover to attack. Osa plays a strong role in denying enemies control of vital positions, then picking up her shield to advance safely, just as the traditional shield operator would. One creative strategy with Osa is placing a claymore behind a cracked shield, which obstructs defenders' view of the trap, then waiting for an unlucky victim to vault over the shield. In many ways, she behaves more like a defender than an attacker, with placing traps and denying entry being her strong suits. The best shield operator in Rainbow Six Siege is Clash. British operator Clash is among the most controversial characters in Rainbow Six Siege. She's notorious for her CCE high-voltage shield which protects her body head to toe, similar to Montaigne's shield, allowing her to prevent full-scale pushes by shocking attackers, inhibiting movement speed and inflicting low damage over time. As such, she's best used guarding key locations across the map and keeping the attackers at bay. When in need of a more lethal approach, Clash is armed with the exemplary SP-SMG-9 machine pistol, possessing a high rate of fire that mows down enemies instantaneously. Unlike other shield users, however, Clash must switch between her shield and her gun. She cannot wield both at the same time, one of her only flaws. Fortunately, her super shorty pump-action shotgun and impact grenades provide unbeatable utility, permitting players to blast through walls and hatches for repositioning as needed. Accessible exclusively to defense, Clash is undoubtedly the most intimidating and effective shield operator Siege has to offer. While there are plenty of operators to choose from in Rainbow Six Siege, if a player wants to bring along a shield operator, at least you'll know who is the best. Thanks for hanging out with us over here on Game Rant, and best of luck in your shielding endeavors.